All right, Rabbi, say good morning. Sorry for the delay. Always some excitement, Baruch Hashem. Okay, we'll just get in a few moments of the Tzaddik. We lost a couple of minutes already, but we'll reclaim the few moments that we have left. So we left off last week in Os Kuf Beis. So in Os Kuf Beis, the Rebbe was talking about the idea of the difference between a tzaddik and a chassid. So the Rebbe explained so beautifully. We're picking up on page Reish Mem Gimel in Tzidkas Hatzaddik. So the Rebbe explained that here's the difference. And if you look in the right-hand paragraph, in the Be'urei HaChasidus, about 5 lines in, he says, V'zeu be'emes hanikra b'toar chassid. Ultimately, again, the Rebbe explains that this is someone who's called a chassid. What's a chassid? He says, Ritzoni Lomar, Sheba Avodasav Hashem Yisparach, Lav Dafka Medaktek Rak Lotze Sidei Chavasa Pishura Sadin. The chassid is not only preoccupied with trying to go ahead and fulfill his obligations based on the letter of the law, rather, Elamishtada Lamalos Ratzon Hashem Yisparach Gam Yosem Mechavasa. The chassid is someone who is focused on trying to go above and beyond. So whereas the tzaddik we're going to see is focused on fulfilling the word of Hashem, and the tzaddik is focused ultimately on going ahead and upholding that which the Ribono Shel Olam expects of him. At the end of the day, the chassid is someone who goes lemala. Ultimately, again, who goes above his obligations. Ve'inyan zeh hamiyuchad lechasid nikra b'lashon hakasuv v'yahavto es Hashem Elokecha b'chol levavcha Api Mashaperish Chazal B'shnei Yitzrecha Dahainu B'Yetzer Tov or B'Yetzer Hara. So we'll say this is really an incredibly profound idea. So the Rebbe explains that the chassid. So remember, it's just interesting to define our terms. So we've got our tzaddik who is someone who is focused ultimately again on upholding and fulfilling the words of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, right? Going ahead and doing that which is expected of him. And the chassid is someone who is willing to go above and beyond the basic set of expectations. Willing to go above and beyond just what we'll call the threshold obligation, but is willing to go ahead and put in the extra amount of effort. Now, the way the Rebbe frames this is actually quite interesting. He frames it using the pasuk of Shema, to love HaKadosh Baruch Hu b'chol levavcha, with all of your hearts. If you remember again here, he quotes the Gemara Maseches Brachos, that what does it mean to love Hashem with all of your heart? B'shnei yitzrecha, with both of your inclinations. And the Rebbe says, again, remember that means b'yetzer tov or b'yetzer hara. Ultimately, again, with the good inclination and with the evil inclination, yetzer hara. So what does this mean? So first of all, in general, this is a perplexing statement. I understand what it means to love Hashem with my yetzer hatov. How do you love HaKadosh Baruch Hu with your yetzer hara, with your negative inclination, your negative proclivities? So this is quite beautiful. I'll say with this we'll end. I'll mention it and then we'll pick up with it tomorrow. He says something amazing. Kevan shetoar tzaddik hu hakovesh es Yisro lihimana rak mimashu neged sivoy haTorah aval hachosid miyuchad bazeh shemachnis kidusha vekavarna l'shem shamayim gam b'chol maaseh sheyishmo mechemdas hayetzer hara. So I said, I'll mention this and then we'll further define it tomorrow. The tzaddik is someone who suppresses his yetzer hara. Right? That's the lashon over here, shekovesh es Yisrael. Tzaddik is someone who suppresses the yetzer hara. So he knows that he has yetzer hara, he knows that he has a negative aspect to him, he knows that he has negative traits, negative qualities, negative proclivities, negative wants and desires. And so kovesh, he suppresses it. He suppresses it. The chassid is someone who is able to channel it. And herein lies the fundamental distinction. Suppression versus channeling. And I will say, so therefore it turns out that according to Reb Tzaddik, there are really two fundamental differences between the tzaddik and the chassid. Number one, the tzaddik does that which is expected of him. The chassid goes above and beyond. Now again, I want to point out, it sounds like for based on tzaddik, like being a tzaddik is not such a big deal. So understand, of course, just going ahead and doing what HaKadosh Baruch Hu expects of me is an incredible feat and accomplishment. The tzaddik does that which is expected. The chassid goes above and beyond. That's number one. Number 2, says Reb Tzaddik, the tzaddik takes the Yetzer Hara, and he suppresses it. The chassid is able to channel it. How you channel the Yetzer Hara, how you channel the negative things which reside inside of me, Emir Hashem, we'll see, the Rebbe will explain tomorrow. Plus, we'll stop over here. Shkayach again. My apologies for the little bit of the later start.